Well, all right, Chef. Last episode, you taught us how to make a bechamel into a Mornay.
Mm-hmm.
Bernays! Bernays! You asked me what you get if you put tarragon and hollandaise sauce. It's Bernays!
Who told you?
That guy. Today we're doing another play off of bechamel, right?
Yeah. Basically, today we're gonna take that bechamel concept, it would be being the flour, the butter, and the cream. We're gonna make a mushroom bisque out of it. A nice wild mushroom bisque. Not wild, but we've got some nice portobello. We've got creminis up here, and just button mushrooms here. We're going to go on with a little bit of onion. We've got some fresh herbs over here. We've got a little rosemary, some chive, tarragon, and thyme there. So what we're going to do to start this, actually, is what I want you to do, Trig,
yes.
Pop the caps off of the portobellos, scrape the fins out.
Yep. I'm
going to go ahead and cut this onion up real quick here.
Now, Chef, if I remember right, we did this whole scraping of the fins technique in last season's mushroom en croûte. Is that correct?
Yes, we did. Still a wonderful appetizer. Please, if you get time, check that one out. You'll really enjoy that one.
This is not, we're chopping this, right?
Yeah, actually, we're just going to rough chop them right now. Basically,
this is not pretty.
Yeah, no. What we're going to do is I'm going to set the rest of this onion off to the side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, start my butter going here. Get that in. Turn my heat up. So what we're going to do is we're going to saute all these things, all these ingredients down. A little different from the bechamel because first time with the bechamel we melted the butter, went in with the flour. What we're going to do now is we're going to saute all this down to start the cooking process. Then we're going to add the cream in, or the flour in after that. We'll make our roux. You'll see it'll be nice and pasty in there from the flour added to it. And then we go in with the cream after that. And then you get to play with your lovely hand blender and blend it all together again. It's the little things in life that get them excited.
I know.
I'm just going to kind of chop these mushrooms up a little bit. So you can use any kind of mushrooms you want in this. If you just like to go cheaper and not the portobellos, the creminis, a little more money, but the button mushrooms work just as fine. They work great. All right, here we are. We've got our onions, we've got our mushrooms, we've got our onions. We went ahead and put our herbs in there. We've got this all cooking down. You can see the moisture. The mushrooms are turning a little browner. You can see the moisture. We're almost to where we want to go in. Actually, Trig, why don't you take a nice little whiff of that? It's got nice flavors, nice aromas of the... don't spit in the frick. Hey! Sounds like you're spitting in it.
I'm drawing air into my nose and mouth for proper taste and smell.
I don't believe him, but you guys saw it. I didn't get a chance to, so. All right, but now this looks pretty good. We're gonna go in with a nice little pinch of salt. The salt will help bring out a little more of the moisture of the mushrooms and add a little flavor. And now we're gonna go in with some wine. Because what you wanna do is you wanna cook some of the alcohol out of that wine. So we're just going to kind of let this, we're going to reduce this down probably 5 minutes to reduce it down to almost where there's nothing really left in there. So I'm going to turn my heat up a little more on this. Now that we've got it set. Did you? Put your finger up.
This is a stressful job.
Yeah, it's going to be even worse here in a minute. There we are. We're reducing it down. You can see there's quite a bit of liquid in there. We want to get rid of a lot of that. So we're going to let this keep reducing a little more here. All right. Well, we're to a point where I think we can go in with our flour. I'm going to pull my spatula out. I'm going to whisk this flour. And this is one of those things. Go in slow with your flour because you don't want to create a bunch of little dough balls in there. Just kind of go in nice and easy.
This is where we're kind of paying tribute to the bechamel.
This is exactly where we're paying tribute to the bechamel. If you can see that, it's thickening it up quite a bit in there. Try not to get those little dumplings in there. A little more flour. All right. And now, Trig, if you would, open up those heavy creams for me. Once again, I like the heavy cream. I'm not really one of those milk persons. I like to drink my milk, but to cook with, I much prefer the heavy cream. So I'll make this a little easier on me. All right, now here we go again.
There's something about fats that make things just taste better. I don't know if that's actually true, but it seems that way.
Okay.
Like salt.
One down.
Is cream of mushroom soup Bisque and we just Americanized it?
Yeah, kind of. Well, I mean, if there's... See, what we're going to do is we're going to puree this.
Yeah.
So if we go back to the bisque part, like the artichoke bisque, it's pureed. We don't want lumps. There's not chunks of anything in there.
Or is there chunks in cream of mushroom?
Well, in some of them there are. There's just rough chopped. We want it smooth. So now we're just going to let this cook down for a few more minutes. And then once again, Trig, you get to play with the blender. I'm going to bring this over. Let me turn my heat down a little bit. Bring this pot over. And please fully in before you turn it on, because I really don't want hot stuff sprayed all over me. Go ahead and move it around a little bit in there. Okay, you're good. Thank you, Trig. You did a wonderful job.
Thank you, Chef.
We're going to go ahead and put this back on. We're going to grab a spoon. Just let's see where we're at flavor-wise right now. And then you can adjust with salt. And it's nice to have people off camera to help us.
Your spoons, huh?
What about one for you? That's nice.
It says spoon!
Be nice to them, Trig.
You're right. I'm sorry, guys.
And that's just the beginning. Once this cooks down, just that little bit more, the flavors will start to pull together a little bit better. And then we're going to finish it with the lovely white truffle oil. Actually, this one, go ahead and save. You could actually use this as a garnish at the end for on top at service time. There we have another twist on the bechamel from one of the previous episodes, and a lovely mushroom bisque.
Well, there you have it, guys. An amazing mushroom bisque recipe. For this recipe and more from Season 1 and Season 2 of The Savage Kitchen, stop by thecliffhouse.com and make sure you go to our YouTube channel. Share those videos with your friends on Facebook so we can keep sharing this amazing wealth of culinary knowledge.
Do you treat your own equipment like that?
Unfortunately, yes. Yes. I go through a lot of equipment.
So I can take one of your cameras and just kind of bounce it around. And
You don't need to. I've already done it.
I want to though. I want the satisfaction of beating up your equipment like you treat mine.
Okay. Let's do it Tuesday.
It's a date.